Let's start by taking a look at the main menu at the top of your screen. First, under SketchUp, we'll look at the options under Preferences. First, under the Drawing submenu, the click style should be set to Auto Detect. Miscellaneous should be set to Auto Activate Paint Tool, and we don't turn on the crosshairs. Under Extensions, you'll want to be sure to have all your extensions checked so that SketchUp is enabled to use them. These will include the Sandbox toolbar, Ruby script, and Utilities. We won't be using these tools quite yet, but it doesn't hurt to have them checked for when you do want to give them a try. When you are ready, check our website for training on these more advanced topics. The General menu is very helpful, especially for you Mac users. Under the Saving section, we recommend that you check both the Create Backup and Autosave boxes to ensure that you never lose valuable work. How often you autosave is up to you. We set ours to every 5 minutes because, unlike some other programs, SketchUp doesn't bog down your machine while it autosaves. So the more often we save, the merrier. You can decide to enlarge your toolbar under the Tool palette. Under Main Window is where Mac users have some cool functionality. You can set the default window size for a newly opened file by simply dragging the window to your desired size and then clicking right here on the Save Current Window Size. All new files, or freshly opened files, will default to this size. Note that if you want to default to full screen, you can skip the manual resizing. Just move any open windows and toolbars in from the edge of your screen, and then click on the green plus button at the top left corner of your SketchUp window. That button automatically sets the window to full screen, and then you can click Save Current Window Size. Finally, I like to check the boxes for automatically check and fix problems in the model. The OpenGL settings have to do with your monitor's graphics card. If you see any strange things already happening with your cursor, like a white box around it or weird tracking, try unchecking both of these boxes. Older computers will sometimes have this problem. In this case, I'm okay, so I'll check the Use Hardware Acceleration. Shortcuts are the key to modeling efficiently and rapidly in SketchUp. You're able to define your own shortcuts to select tools, commands, and menu actions while modeling in the program. Everyone's got their own preferences, but we like to set our shortcuts based on some of the prevailing commands used in other popular design software. It's just easier to remember that way. You can download our shortcuts directly from the school website. Under Template, you are able to set the default units of measurement for your file. Don't worry, as you'll learn on this video, you can override the default while working in your model should you have reason to temporarily switch units of measurement. For now, pick the one that seems to be the best for you. All of the usual save, open and close files, and print commands have a home under the File menu option. Under the Edit menu, expect to find the standard cut, copy, and paste options you'd use in other programs. They work in SketchUp too. Most of the remaining commands in the Edit menu will be accessed through the use of our right-click context menus. Those menus are available to us with the use of a 3-button mouse. We'll go over the remainder of the edit commands as we progress through the lesson. The View menu is pretty important, as it's full of items you'll want to access all the time. As the name suggests, the View menu helps you control which part of the user interface you see on your screen, or how your model is being displayed. Let's run through what some of the View options do. Under View Tool Palettes, you can toggle between being able to see and access the standard and sandbox toolbars. Feel free to have both items on, although you'll only need the standard toolbar for this video. As you draw, you'll see some handy red, green, and blue axes that let you know which directions you're drawing in. You're able to turn these axes on or off depending on whether you want to see the red, green, and blue guides displayed in your model. We usually access the rendering options through another menu window, but you can test each option here as well. The rendering choices all control the aesthetics of your model, from how your surfaces display to the rendering quality of your lines. Check the glossary for detailed definitions and examples of each style, or just play around with them in your model to find a style of your own. Click on the Customize Toolbar menu option and you are able to customize the toolbar that sits on the top of your SketchUp drawing window. Notice you can simply drag any of the shortcut icons into the toolbar header on your SketchUp drawing window to customize the toolbar. It's that easy. There are so many options to choose from, but let's just drag up the ones that we need for the lessons on this video. First, we need to drag up the standard Views set of buttons and drop them right in the window toolbar. To the right are the undo-redo button arrows. The undo-redo arrows are going to be very helpful in allowing us to undo and redo actions within the model. Let's definitely drag the arrows onto our toolbar. There's only one more toolbar item that you'll need for these lessons, and that's the X-ray icon. The X-ray button will provide us a convenient shortcut to turn the X-ray vision on and off in the model. For the rest of the shortcut icons, you may find several that are very useful as you get comfortable in SketchUp. We're going to leave them out of the window toolbar, but be sure to check back and readjust your toolbar as you see fit down the road. For now, let's click on the option for Done on the bottom right-hand corner of the menu. Remember, in order to check back in, simply select View, Customize Toolbar, or you can just right-click on the empty space at the end of your toolbar and select the Customize Toolbar command in the right-click menu. Okay, let's go back up to the main menu to finish our tour. Under the option for camera, you'll make changes to how you are looking at your model. Under the camera standard menu, you can set the view to preset angles. Note, we have these little house icons in our toolbar now that allow us to do the same thing. So we can click through isometric, front, back, top, bottom, left, and right side views. The rest of the options available in the main menu are tools that we'll find in the standard SketchUp toolbar, so we'll cover them later. The Draw and Tool menu drop-downs are full of tools that, you got it, allow you to draw. To that end, all of the same tools are available in the standard tool palette, so again, we'll skip the Draw and Tool menus for now. Under the Window dialog box, there are a number of useful items. The Window Model Info command brings up a dialog box with a number of options to adjust settings in your model. Under the option for Window Model Info Colors, you can adjust the colors relating to the geometry in your model, including the color of all the lines or edges, and the surfaces or faces. Also, you can change background settings to add ground and sky colors, as well as coloring the whole background. Using the option for Window Model Info Locations, you can pick your geographic location, and no matter where you are in the world, SketchUp will know exactly where you're at. If you're ever interested in knowing more about the model that you are creating, you can find out by selecting the option for Model Info Statistics. The Stats window pops up and you can review important information about several things in the model. You can set the default measurement units for your model under the Model Info Units menu. After the Model Info menu, there are 10 selections that open up separate windows. You will become familiar with the Entity Info palette during the lessons that follow. This box allows you to find out more information about selections in your model, including layer info, dimension info, square footage, and more. The color palette appears also when you activate the Paint tool. Within the color palette, you're able to pick the material or color that you want to apply to entities within your model. SketchUp Pro comes pre-bundled with a library of 2D and 3D components. This window gives you access to grab and drop things like people, trees, couches, and other fixtures right into your model. The Display Settings palette is the best place to control these settings in my opinion. You have the easiest access to all of your settings in one convenient place. And of course, the Help menu is sitting at the end of the row of the main menu options. All of the standard help items are located in the Help menu, including some great additional self-paced tutorial files to help you practice what you learn with this Level 1 training. Last but not least, take note of your standard and sandbox toolbars that should show up on the left side of your screen. If you don't see them, go back to View, Tool Palettes, and check the standard and sandbox options. During the lesson, you'll be accessing the tools in the standard toolbar. The white box in the lower right-hand part of your SketchUp window is called the Value Control box. In the bottom left-hand corner is where you'll find information regarding the use of whichever tool is active and ways that you can use that tool in combination with the keys on your keyboard to increase its functionality.